Hello everybody and welcome to my guide for Durumu. To start off with, what I want to say is that you'll need two tanks, and you'll want to start off with at least two, maybe three healers. We used to do it two healers, but then we just decided that it was easier to do it with three healers. The DPS requirement isn't really that high. You just have to. There's a lot of stuff to watch out for in this fight, and you have to have quite a lot of coordination. To start off with straight away, you can see that the tank already has a debuff on him. You need to. This is a stacking debuff, and what we usually do is we swap it about 4 stacks. And this debuff is called Serious Wound. But before he does a Serious Wound, he does an ability called Hard Stare. Hard Stare is when he focuses his gaze on the current target and he inflicts 150% weapon damage onto his physical onto the target. The debuff that he inflicts from Hard Stare is called Serious Wound, and this Serious Wound makes it that they take 10% less healing per application, and then he will also be doing another debuff called Arterial Cut every so often, which means that this makes the target suffer 40,000 physical damage every second until they are restored to full health. And what you'll be seeing now on the screen is the beam phase. What you'll want to do is whoever gets the yellow beam just pretty much can stand still as an orb will come around and then start to make it spin. Whoever gets the blue beam needs to pretty much stand still, and you'll need to discover the adds. There will be adds that spawn throughout the phases, and what you'll want to do is we want to make sure that the blue beam does not discover the blue add. If the blue beam discovers the blue add, you will wipe. There is also another beam called which is the red beam, as you saw before. What this will do is what your red beam will want to do is you'll want to move around the room and discover the red adds. And you will want to kill the red adds, but what you don't want to do is discover a red add and then undiscover it, so move the beam past it. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you move around the rooms fast enough that you discover them quickly, but not too fast that you discover it and then undiscover it, because this will basically just wipe your raid. What you're seeing now is Hard Stare. So what you want to do is you want to move to the front of the boss when you see this beam, and while he's casting it, you want to look on either his left or his right. You can see these squiggles that look like little snakes, like purple snakes. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to move to the side that the purple snake's on. And here, this is the maze. This is probably the hardest part of the fight, I think. Once you have it down, it's alright though. But what you'll be seeing now is the maze, and how it works is it can spawn on top of you, so be careful. When you want to start the beam, you want to stand at least 5 to 10 feet away from the boss, because you can see on my right there is part of the maze that just appears, and you cannot run through this part of the maze. What will happen is the maze will flash, and then a couple seconds later, it will then become free. So this is how you want to This is how you want to tackle this phase. You want to start at the beginning. You probably want to pop, I don't know, a small cooldown for, like, I pop my devotion aura, so that because people will probably take a little bit of damage at the beginning, because the first part of the maze is always the most difficult, and so you want to make sure that you're covered for damage on that sense. And what you're seeing now is Life Drain. Life Drain. He spawns a little eye somewhere in the room, and it will be on a target, and what it does is it stacks a healing debuff onto the target. And for this, what you want to do is you want to swap. It does a lot of damage as well. So what you want to do is you'll want to get, I don't know, like 2 or 3 stacks onto people, and then you want to swap. This was the kill before they'd fixed the bug. What they've done now is that whoever takes the beam is now stunned, rather than before was whoever took the beam. The person who originally took the beam got stunned, whereas now it's whoever takes the beam off the person now gets stunned. And now we're in a beam phase again. And so that's pretty much all of the mechanics, I think, for this fight. Oh yeah, also at the back of the room you can see now the purple orbs. Purple puddles, and they just spawn around the room like randomly under someone. And what you want to do is just move out of them. Oh, there's also one other mechanic which is called Force of Will. You might see this in a couple of seconds. I'll point it out when I see it. Force of Will is basically just it's like a knockback, and I don't know if you saw it, but when you run into the room, the bridge that you run in despawns. So the platform that the boss is on is essentially like an island. Like there's water around it, and once you land in that water, you just get instantly killed. So when you see Force of Will, it looks similar to the maze that he puts up on the maze phase, but it's not that. It's similar to that. I don't know if you can see it coming out. It might be coming out soon. And he'll put it on a random target and it extends quite far back. So what you want to do is just have your, there you go, on the right hand side, Force of Will. You see that? That purple stuff. You don't want to stand in that because you will get knocked back off the platform. And once you're knocked off the platform, that's it. You can't, I don't think, you might be able to be mass res, but we never tried. Not mass res, sorry, combat res. You really don't want people to be dying down there because it's quite hard to get them. And you really can't be doing with people just getting knocked off a platform. It's really easy to avoid, obviously, unless you lag. Also, be careful when you take up the beam with the eyes, because you can get stunned, and then he can Force of Will on you. So make sure when you're taking the beam off someone that you don't all take it at the same time, get stacked up, and then all get stunned within the Force of Will, for example, and then get knocked off the platform. This is a mega important part. This did happen to us a couple of times where one or two of us got stunned by that eye, and then we got knocked off the platform, and then obviously we had to wipe it. Overall, the boss, I don't know, it doesn't seem that difficult. It's I think the hardest part is the maze phase, but once you get that down, the boss really is pretty easy. The damage doesn't seem to be that high, like, it's reasonably intense. This is our first kill, so obviously it's going to be a bit messy. But in terms of, like, at the beginning, most of the Throne of Thunder bosses in 10-man were really overtuned. This boss, we found, as you went on through the instance, that the instance seemed to get a bit easier. But this boss seems like a fun fight. It's a bit hectic, but there you go. Some of the fights are a bit like that. When you get the beam phases out, it can be a bit crazy with the amount of damage that you need to do and stuff. But yeah, it seems pretty good. So I'll leave you guys with our vent kill for the rest of the time, as I think I've finished with all the tactics. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the guide. If you have any questions or comments, whatever, then please feel free to leave them, and I'll try and answer them as quickly as possible. Cheers, guys. Nuke out.
Right,
I've seen all of it.
Don't
Yeah,
move to the, I think blue's right there, where you are, so I'd move.
You'll be alright there, I'll just leave it there.
Someone get on the... Oh.
I'm on all.
Okay, yeah.
Just play the fight normally. Use health biscuits if you need to.
Use cooldowns. If you need to.
Right, I'm stunned.
Can I have innovate, please?
Watch Aaron.
Keep Aaron up.
Right,
Keep Aaron up, keep Aaron up.
Power thing. No,
It's alright.
Someone, I need to cool down at
I
that
need a
point.
heal.
Alright, just keep going.
Keep
going left. After that.
No, this is
No,
it.
this is it.
Hello.
Completely home now.
Just go. Sneak the boss.
That's Karen.
I don't have anything left.
live stream on.
Get the drain,
Put
get the drain.
paint spread on me.
Thank you.
I've got it.
I'm standing.
We just need to nuke the boss now, quickly.
I've innovated you.
Lenny, get the...
Move from that.
You're not
Take it when you can. I can get the next beam if we get one.
You go down now.
Death beam coming.
You go down in this death beam.
Oh, thank God.
Stack up.
Stack.
Stack.
Oh, get in front of the boss. Oh.
Right.
Right. Stand on me.
Just keep it calm.
Forward. That's it. Right, just keep it calm and we'll go. Keep on the boss. Keep close to the boss.
Streamer, maybe just like...
Back up, but don't stand on that puddle.
I'm down. Healer's down.
Come on, 4 million, boys.
Use health stance if you got them.
Come on, we can get this.
You can do this. Go on, guys. Go on.
Yes!
Hopefully.
You fucking
Need
G.
the loot quickly.
There you go, boys. Oh, nice, Brit. Nice.
Plate, of course.